Today, we're covering how to use proxies for ad fraud detection and verifying display ads across Geos. Today, we will journey to watch card application. Shutterpost outwatch each card advertising industry an estimated $84 billion annually. In Southeast Asia, where digital ad spend is growing rapidly, but fraud detection infrastructure is still maturing, the problem is particularly acute. Fraud exploit the complexity of programmatic advertising, geo-targeting, and mobile-heavy traffic to siphon off advertising budgets. Mobile proxies serve as a critical tool for detecting and preventing ad fraud across Southeast Asian markets. Whether you are an advertiser, agency, or fraud detection specialist, understanding how to use proxies for fraud detection will help you protect your ad spend. Ad fraud takes many forms, and before you can detect it, you need to understand what you are looking for. Impression fraud is when fraudsters generate fake ad impressions to collect CPM-based revenue. Pixel stuffing loads ads in 1x1 pixel iframes that are technically served but invisible to users. Ad stacking layers multiple ads on top of each other in a single slot, with only the top ad visible. Having ads load in background tabs, behind content, or off-screen. Auto-refresh fraud causes pages to automatically reload and generate new impressions without user action. OPR fraud drains CPC budgets or inflates publisher revenue. Bot clicks are automated scripts that click on ads. Click forms use human workers paid to click ads manually. Click injection involves mobile malware that generates clicks just before an app install to claim attribution credit. Redirect chains bounce users through multiple intermediaries, each claiming a click. Low-quality sites disguise themselves as premium publishers in bid requests. Fraudulent apps claim to be legitimate apps in programmatic bid streams. And fraudsters create subdomains that appear related to legitimate publishers. Monis create a Vloregom regret for upbeat campaigns. Location spoofing makes traffic from one country appear to come from a higher value country. Geo mismatch means ads targeted to Singapore users are actually being shown to users in lower cost markets. Fraudsters also use proxies themselves to make their traffic appear to originate from target geos. To catch fraud, you need to see what is actually being served to users in each target market, which requires accessing the ad ecosystem from the perspective of real users in each location. The verification problem is this. When you try to verify ads from your office, you see what the ad network serves to your IP address and location, which tells you nothing about what is happening in other markets. Fraudsters exploit this by serving legitimate ads to known verification IP ranges while running fraud on other traffic, showing different content based on geographic location, and detecting data center IPs and altering behavior when they suspect monitoring. Mobile proxies provide genuine carrier IP addresses that ad networks treat as real user traffic. Using data research tools, mobile proxies, fraud detection teams can connect through carrier IPs in Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, the Philippines, and Indonesia to verify exactly what is being served in each market. A comprehensive fraud detection system has several components. The proxy layer provides mobile proxies across target geos. The collection layer uses automated browsers and scripts that load pages and capture ad data. The analysis layer compares collective data against expected behavior. The alert layer sends notifications when anomalies are detected. The alertings layer archives screenshots, network logs, and ad responses for investigation. Setting up multi-geo proxy access means configuring mobile proxy connections for each market you need to monitor. For Singapore, that means Singtel, StarHub, and M1 carrier IPs. Malaysia uses Maxis, Celcom, and Digi carrier IPs. Thailand uses AIS, detect and remove carrier IPs. The Philippines uses Globe, Smart, and Detail carrier IPs. Indonesia uses Telkomsel, Indosat, and XL Excite carrier IPs. Each connection should be configurable for IP rotation frequency, sticky session duration, concurrent connection limits, and protocol HTTP, HTTPS, or SOCKS 5. Automated ad collection means building scrappers that visit your ad placements and capture key data points. All network requests to ad servers like DoubleClick and AdSense, add creative URLs and content, add positions on the page for viewability measurement, page load timing, redirect chains, and JavaScript execution logs. Cross-geo comparison analysis detects anomalies by comparing ad serving data across different locations. For geo mismatch detection, connect to a Singapore mobile proxy and verify your ad is served. If your campaign targets Singapore, then connect to a non-target country like Vietnam and verify your ad is not served there. If your ad appears in non-target geos, investigate whether the publisher is misrepresenting traffic geography. For placement consistency, visit the same publisher from multiple geos and compare the ads served in each location, looking for discrepancies that suggest the publisher is serving different content to verification traffic versus regular traffic. For volume validation, compare impressions reported by the ad network for a specific publisher against the traffic that publisher actually receives, and flag publishers claiming significantly more impressions than their actual traffic supports. Our monorail detection rules help flag suspicious patterns. For viewability, load the page through a mobile proxy, measure whether the ad is actually visible, and flag ads with viewability scores below industry benchmarks. For redirect chain analysis, monitor ad click redirect chains and flag chains with more than 3 than 4 redirects, since normal chains are typically 2-3 hops, and identify unknown intermediaries in the chain. For creative mismatch, compare the ad creative served to the creative you uploaded to the ad network and flag cases where the wrong creative is displayed or has been modified. For timing anomalies, track how quickly ads load and become viewable, and flag pages where ads load in unusual patterns. Too fast suggests preloading, too slow suggests deferred or hidden loading. For geographic inconsistency, compare the geo reported by the ad network with the geo you connected from, and flag mismatches between your proxy location and the reported impression location. When anomalies are flagged, conduct deeper investigation. Manual verification means connecting through a mobile proxy and personally reviewing the suspicious placements. Screenshot collection captures timestamp screenshots showing the actual ad rendering. Network traffic capture records for HAR files showing all requests and responses. Historical comparison checks whether the pattern is new or has been ongoing. Cross-referencing compares findings against your ad network's reporting data. SE is a mobile-first region, with mobile devices accounting for 70 to 90% of internet traffic in most markets. Mobile ad fraud is proportionally higher than in desktop-dominated markets. Click injection on Android devices is a significant issue, and in-app fraud is harder to detect than web-based fraud. Some publishers buy cheap traffic from low-quality sources and resell it as premium SEA traffic. This includes traffic purchased from click farms, bot traffic disguised as mobile user traffic, and traffic from non-target countries routed through local VPNs. Using mobile proxies to verify that traffic actually originates from the claimed carrier and location helps catch this type of fraud. Although heavy social media usage across SEE, fake engagement on sponsored posts inflates campaign metrics, fraudulent accounts click on social media ads, and influencer fraud involves fake followers and engagement. The complexity of programmatic advertising also creates supply chain fraud opportunities through reselling inventory through multiple intermediaries, each taking a cut, misrepresenting inventory quality in bid requests, and ghost sites that exist only to collect ad revenue from programmatic exchanges. All ghost sites open source tools support fraud detection, ads, TXT, and app ads. DDXT validators verify authorized digital sellers. Sellers.json parsers trace the supply chain of ad inventory. Vestag inspectors analyze video ad serving text for irregularities. HRR analyzes past network traffic captures for suspicious patterns. On the commercial side, Human, formerly YTOPS, handles bot detection and ad fraud prevention. Double Verify provides ad verification with fraud detection capabilities. Integral Ad Science covers brand safety and fraud prevention. Pixalty focuses on programmatic ad fraud detection. Forensic by Impact handles click and impression fraud detection. The typical stack includes mobile proxies like data research tools for multi-geo verification, Playwright or Puppeteer for automated page rendering, Apache Kafka or similar for streaming ad data collection, Python with pandas for rule-based detection, and scikit-learn for ML-based anomaly detection, ClickHouse or BigQuery for large-scale ad data analysis, and PagerDuty, Slack, or email for real-time fraud notifications. Applicants can put tiered or check these metrics to assess your detection program. Sprack these metrics to assess your detection program. Fraud detection rate measures the percentage of fraudulent impressions identified. False positive rate captures legitimate impressions incorrectly flagged as fraud. Time to detection measures how quickly fraud is identified after it begins. Recovery rate is the percentage of fraudulent spend recovered through refunds or credits. Coverage is the percentage of your ad spend that is actively monitored. Ongoing fraud prevention, monitor continuously since fraud patterns change and one-time audits are insufficient. Use multiple proxy geos and verify from every market you target, not just one. Rotate verification IPs since fraudsters can learn and adapt to static monitoring IPs. Combine automated and manual review since automation catches patterns while human review catches novel schemes. Share intelligence with industry groups like Tajik, Trustworthy Accountability Group. Regularly audit which exchanges and publishers are delivering your impressions. Demand transparency through ads.txt, sellers.json, and supply chain object to verify authorized sellers. Ad fraud detection requires seeing the advertising ecosystem from the same perspective as real users. Mobile proxies make this possible by providing genuine carrier IP addresses across multiple Southeast Asian markets, allowing fraud detection teams to verify ads without alerting fraudsters. By building systematic detection workflows that combine automated scanning, cross-geo comparison, and anomaly analysis, advertisers can identify and eliminate fraudulent impressions before they drain campaign budgets. The investment in proxy-based fraud detection typically pays for itself many times over through recovered ad spend and improved campaign performance. That's it for today's guide on proxies for ad fraud detection and verifying display ads across geos. Come back to any section you need to review, and Delta Research Tools convey by Manzadi, Bojan and Ajali Samson. Home by me, Trifini, no endorsement, I treat on the Jan.